Namaste. Hello everyone. Welcome to Shal Gulhati, Shiva and Mysticism for another episode of Monday with Mahadev. I have been trying to tell you stories which are revolving around a series of 5 paintings that I got done about 20 years back from a temple artist called Devdas in my town Jammu. The temple is called Ranbireshwar Mandir, named after one of the kings of the Jammu dynasty, and Ranbireshwar means the Ishwar of Ranbir. The king's name was Ranbir, so just like Ram Ishwar, Ram's Ishwar, Ram's God is Lord Shiva. Raja Ranbir Singh also did the same thing. He said, I may be the king, but Lord Shiva is my king, is the king of kings. So far, we talked about 2 paintings. The first painting was one with Shiva holding Sati's dead body in his arms and looking furiously at the world. I call it the moment of decision. When Sati died, due to the conniving, manipulation, selfishness of other people, ignorance of other people who don't care about the Creator, they only want His creation. They only want the universe. They don't want anybody else to even be around them or their ways or their small kingdoms, not realizing that God has enough for so many kingdoms and ultimately all the kingdoms are His. So Shiva is holding Sati and he's wondering what he should do with the world. Should he destroy it? But then later he realizes that I can leave it alone because they are ignorant, but Sati and I created this world out of a lot of love, and I will leave them alone and go my own way. And he abandons the world. And thousands of years pass. He goes into deep meditation. He has left Kailash, but still in the Himalayas somewhere, in a cave, all by himself. And then a lot of lawlessness takes place. The rishis go to Lord Brahma, and he says to them that wait for Sati to be reincarnated as Parvati. Parvati means she who is from the Parvats, from the mountains, and she was the princess born to Raja Himavat, the king of the Himalayas. So Brahmaji says, let the mountain lady come, the mistress of the mountains, and then Shiva will break his abandonment of this world and come back to you, and then you can ask for his help to deal with all the lawlessness which has taken place. So we come to painting number 3, which is a painting done by Devdas of after Shiva and Parvati's wedding, when they start going back to Kailash. It may interest you to know that Shiva actually after the wedding stayed for a few days in Raja Himavat's palace, enjoying his hospitality, and then he went onwards to Amarnath, which was also in the Himalayas, and where he told all the Srishti Rahasya to Parvati. But we must remember that all this time he was not in Kailash. So this painting is called Homewards to Kailash. It is not only Parvati but also Shiva who was going to visit Kailash after God alone knows how many years. So we have this world, a world of people waiting for him in Kailash, the denizens, the ganas of Kailash, the animals there, his elementals there, his merry men there, who have not seen their Lord for thousands of years due to the fault of some other conniving people in Daksha's kingdom. And they are waiting for the Lord to come back to his own abode after a very long time. And Parvati is going there in this lifetime for the first time. Of course, as Sati, she's been there earlier. So, if you notice the painting, their eyes are both semi-open and semi-closed in bliss. They want to enjoy this moment. They want to live this moment forever. They want eternity in this moment. Why? Because through their minds and hearts and souls must be flashing all the beautiful memories of Kailash which they had known together as Sati and Shiv. And also about the future. What they had really intended when they create the universe. They wanted a universe of mountains and oceans and breeze and pine trees and animals, children, flowers. And they are probably looking into that in their minds with their semi-closed eyes. And this is called, a point, a sort of portal into celestial time. A very modern analogy will be, on our computers, we have a facility whereby which we can create a point to which we can restore the system. Now, this is the point in their lives, one of the points in their lives which is a system restore. Shiva and Parvati together, sitting with Nandi, on Nandi, going homewards to Kailash. We all want to go home no matter where we are. If we go for a foreign tour, we want to go home after some time. If we are away to a boarding school, we want to go home after some time. And some people say our real abode is somewhere else and that is the home and we want to go there one day. Similarly, even Shiva and Parvati want to go to Kailash. Everybody wants to go home, and Kailash is the home of all. So this point is a point of system restore, and Shiva and Parvati seem blissed just to enjoy this moment when they are finally married and ready to go home. And you can see in the painting these courtiers and ganas, they are rejoicing because the marriage of Shiva and Parvati is a celestial event. It's not just two people are getting married and that's it. It's that the Lord of the universe and the Mother God of the universe are finally getting together once again. So you understand that point of portal. They were together in the beginning before the world began. Then they were together for some time as Shiv and Sati. And then she went away. So this point was restored. The togetherness of Father God and Mother God. The togetherness of heaven and earth. The togetherness of transcendence and manifestation. This is what this little picture, this painting, this scene says to me. And like I told you, Devdas has dressed Mother Parvati in a typical Dogra fashion, which also shows me that each lady is a Parvati, each lady is a Shakti, each lady is a Durga. And each man must learn to be like Shiva. If he is a follower of Shiva, if he loves Shiva, he must learn to be like Shiva. In the first painting, I told you one word which emanated from Shiva, shivering. When Shiva is annoyed and he wants to destroy the world, and all the Devi Devtas say, Pralay, the world will end, and they're shivering in his presence because he's furious. But there is another beautiful word that comes from Shiva too, in my opinion, which is chivalry. We must learn to be chivalrous to our ladies, because all our ladies are the form of Shakti. And all of us must find our balance. All the Shivs and Parvatis must be together in happiness, in this point of happiness where all the bliss meets. I will join you again next Monday with the fourth painting, and that is one which is going to depict Ganesh and Kartik. Otherwise, Shiva and Parvati would be in that point of bliss forever. And again the world would stop. We need them to be here. We need them to get married. We need them obviously to have their own joy. But then we need them to move forward. So join me here again next Monday for painting number 4 and the story behind it. Om Namah Shivaya.